Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're sorry for the technical difficulties. Making some adjustments, and the game is just underway. Peyton Maurer at the free throw line. Does a lot of things well. Free throw shooting is probably not his long suit, but he has opportunity here. And he'll get his team on the board. Cascade Christian Challengers taking the 1-0 lead. 18 seconds into the contest. There, we should be all up to date now. Burnett with the basketball. Long range jumper. Taking the shot is Knabe. He misses. Offensive rebound to the Tigers.
Well, we already talked about Austin not being in there and having to take care of the rebounds, and the Challengers give up an offensive one right off the bat.
Around the horn it goes. Jackson Kister's number 14. Knabe puts his team out in front by a score of 2-1, just 1 minute into the ball game. Anderson, Peyton Maurer, around the horn it goes to Drew Hall. Hall, Maurer, and he buries it.
Peyton Maurer with the early three from the corner. Challengers now lead 4-2, and a nice start for Cascade Christian so far.
4-2 ball game. Rothenberger, and then we got a basket to tie the game.
Caleb Burnett.
Burnett's going to be aggressive inside. He'll be definitely the guy that they'll have to watch in the paint. He seems to be kind of their go-to guy. And now a steal by Rothenberger. He misses the layup. We have a whistle and a foul called against Cascade Christian.
Yeah, the Challengers can't turn the ball over. It leads to a run out, and unfortunately, Frankowiak with the foul and puts Rothenberger at the line.
Rothenberger, free throw attempt, in and out, no good. In studying Junction City, Rothenberger kind of seems to be the Tigers' answer to Tristan Wallace.
Yeah, very much so.
Kind of that inside dirty work guy. Gets his team up by 1 at 5-4. 6:02 to go here in the first. Hall drives to the basket. He gets it to go. So the Challengers take the lead here early in the ball game. Both teams with success offensively. And there's a rebound by Hall, second leading rebounder on the team at just under 5 a game. He starts to drive. He loses the handle on the basketball. A turnover, Challengers. And Knabe puts his team back on top.
Two Challenger turnovers, two Junction City buckets on the other end. Challengers got to take care of the basketball here.
Frankowiak with the basketball to Anderson. Anderson going to drive the baseline. Peyton Maurer going to shoot, and it's good. So Peyton Maurer feeling confident from downtown, and that's always a good sign for the Challengers. Rothenberger out on the wing, guarded by Frankowiak. Tries to spin, make a move inside, misses the shot. Anderson with the rebound. Outlets for Hall. Hall with the basketball. Swings a pass. Frankowiak. His shot in and out, no good. He had 6 of those from long range against Douglas on Saturday night.
And that one was halfway down before it came out.
Ball up top to Cooper Rothenberger. In the corner it goes. Now up top for Court Knabe.
And Junction City running what most teams call 5 out, where they pass cut, pass screen, dribble drive type of offense on cutting.
Nice little scoop shot there. Knabe ties up the ball game at 9 apiece.
He's got 6. He's leading the way for them.
Drew Hall pulls up, shoots, nothing but net.
Drew Hall taking advantage of his his ability to drive to the rim. No help comes, and he's going to take that every time.
He's great off the dribble. Rothenberger. We've got 2 of those in the lineup tonight. Not exactly sure the relation to the coach, but we're suspecting probably grandsons. Meanwhile, shot from the corner.
Kister off the mark. Rebound Hall.
So Hall's been aggressive on the glass. He's got decent height. He knows how to use it. Peyton Maurer has it ripped away from him. Kister with the basketball on the right-hand wing. He'll shoot from long distance. The shot just a little bit short. Getting the carom is Hall. Hall out of backcourt, drives hard to the hole. He lays it up and in, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Timeout called on the floor. We'll take one as well. It is an 11-9 ball game. Challengers up by 2. We'll be right back after these messages.
The days grow long, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
This is Jake. He's a serious cyclist training for his next race. Each morning, Jake takes his bike on the bus to work. By not owning a car, Jake is saving nearly $1,000 a month in gas, car payments, insurance, and repair. The money he saves allows him to participate in the Race for a Cure for breast cancer. With every ride he takes, he's 1 mile closer to crossing the finish line on behalf of his mom. Way to go, Jake.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Back here at Junction City, it's been a back-and-forth ball game so far. Basically, the type of game you would expect when you have a pair of top 5 teams squaring off. One from the 4A in Junction City, one of the 3A in the Challengers. Shot blocked. I believe that was Colson Brown. Hall at the floor, Brown in the ball game. Also have Derek Farmer checking in for the Challengers. Brown against Rothenberger. He's stopped along the baseline, way out high. Farmer with an athletic move to corral it. And we have a steal coming out of backcourt. Jackson with it, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Challengers so far uncharacteristically with 5 turnovers here in the first quarter. And so far, Junction City making them pay when they do turn it over.
That'll send to the free throw line, number 14, Jackson Kister. Kister, a senior guard.
And that's Hall's second foul, so he's going to come out of the game here.
Frankowiak will return.
He kind of orchestrates all of the Challengers' offense. You hate to see him get that second foul there.
Two-point ball game. 2:19 left to go in the first. He gets the second. It's a 1-point game now. Frankowiak picked up by Whitker. And a nice backdoor cut to Anderson. Nice play.
Who fumbles the ball, but he does get the bucket.
3-point ball game. Cascade being guarded by Brown. A couple of athletic forwards matched up against each other. Gunnar Rothenberger wears number 4. Cooper Rothenberger wears number 10. Cascade, they'll feed it down low. And sneaking behind the defense is Sammy Espinosa.
Bad rotation that time by the Challengers, and no talk on defense. They should have rotated to cover that. They didn't do it.
Anderson driving along the baseline. His shot in and out. Just a little too much English on the shot. Junction City Whitker spins around his shot in and out. And Frankowiak there with the pesky defense, and it results in a Junction City turnover. Checking into the ball game, Eli Bryant. You don't have to worry about quarter limits, no JV game tonight, so some of these guys that swing between the two rosters fully available. So you have Brown in there along with Wallace, Bryant, Frankowiak, Anderson from three. His shot in and out, no good. Rebound taken by Gunner. Knabe. Now for Kister. Knabe. Gunner. Burnett drives to the hole. Brown there defensively, and they call the foul against Cascade.
And again, the Challengers getting caught on that little screen that I think they should be probably switching in the middle, in the key area, and that time they don't switch it, and ends up being a foul on Colson Brown, his first.
First free throw attempt, rolls around and down. It's a tie ball game. At the free throw line is Caleb Burnett. Second attempt, that one long. Climbing the golden ladder for the rebound is Colson Brown. Riley Richardson into the ball game, wearing number 1 for the Challengers. Richardson left to the top of the key. Frankowiak. Richardson drives, his shot no good. And we have a whistle and a foul. They're really letting him play a physical game tonight, Mark.
Yes, they are. And interesting, the foul count so far, 4 against us and only the second against Junction City.
Well, then you kind of know what I'm implying. Frankowiak, Wallace, out to Frankowiak. Kister there with the defense. He'll pull up and shoot. Shot just a little bit long. Call against the Challengers. That'll go against Eli Bryant, his first of the ball game. 15th foul for the Challengers. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Knabe going to shoot from downtown. His shot short. Bryant with the rebound. And that will end the first quarter of play. Is it any real surprise? You get a couple of top quality teams going at it, and here after 1 quarter of play, both have indicated that they are here to play. It's 13-13. We'll be back after this timeout.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Back here at Junction City High School, moving into the second quarter. Tie ball game.
Challengers in the 1-3-1. Let's see how Junction City attacks it.
Burnett kicks it out to Knabe. He was very active for Junction City in the first quarter. Bounce pass, Rothenberger. Off the hands of Anderson, it'll go out of bounds. Cooper Rothenberger with the ball. Feeds it to Burnett at the free throw line. He'll drive hard to the hole, and the runner is good.
Burnett is the kind of guy you can see that he wants to take over. He wants to do what Drew Hall does.
Frankowiak, bounce pass. Getting a hand on it, number 42, Sammy Espinoza. You can see he gives them some physical thickness and physicality.
And you can see the Tigers are one of those teams that just want to play up in your face.
Peyton Maurer, bounce pass to Hall. He drives to the hoop. It's good.
And the Challengers there take a little advantage of that aggressiveness right there with the back cut for the layup.
Hall with 6 in the ball game. Tied up now at 15 apiece. They'll feed it. Burnett against Frankowiak. And that's exactly the matchup that the Tigers want.
Yeah, Burnett taking advantage of that zone in the middle and not having Austin Maurer in there where he would normally be.
Anderson with the basketball, starts a drive. And as he makes his move, that little pump fake there, he's fouled.
Good call that time.
Cannon Anderson will go to the free throw line. First free throw attempt, a little bit long. The deficit of the Challengers remains at 2. Checking in to the Tiger lineup is number 5, Kevon Riley. Second attempt, that one's good. Challengers draw within 1. Anderson with his first point of the ball game. Tigers lead by 1. Anderson with a near steal. Knabe. Burnett drives hard to the hole. He lays it up and in.
Interesting no call there. Cannon Anderson moves under Burnett just like they moved under Drew Hall earlier.
I don't think I have seen this kind of much slapping and grabbing in a while.
No, it's been since I've been to a Crater or Eagle Point game, I think.
Yeah. Challengers trailing by 3. Frankowiak gets it way out high for Hall. Down in the low post to Wallace. Wallace makes a move. And a travel called against the Challengers.
Another turnover against Cascade Christian. And right now, offensively, they're struggling to score.
Jackson Kister, number 14, checking into the ball game. Coming out as Gunnar Rothenberger. Brown back into the ball game. Frankowiak will come out. Knabe, Burnett, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to run this defense very much longer, I don't think, Jim. Everybody's getting in foul trouble because they're chasing.
That'll send Burnett to the free throw line. 5:42 left to go in the second quarter of play. Attempt rolls around and down. Burnett stakes his team to a 4-point lead. Second attempt, in and out. Fortuitous tip out to Kister. He's got the ball right now for Riley. Riley against Colson Brown. Kister immediately double teamed by Maurer and Hall. They'll feed it inside. Brown rejected the first attempt, but they got the second.
Burnett with another bucket. He's killing them against that one zone.
Maurer with the basketball between the circles, left wing for Hall. Hall gets a screen. And then Kister. And a timeout called by Cascade Christian. 4:55 left to go in the first half. 8-point Tiger lead. We'll be right back.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Cascade out of the timeout. Hall, Brown, Peyton Maurer, Frankowiak, and Wallace out on the floor. Peyton Maurer. Hall. Kister. Probably played him as tough defensively as Drew has seen all year.
Yep, that's for sure.
Frankowiak shoots from downtown. His shot off target. Burnett with a rebound.
And just no fluidity on offense so far. Everything the Challengers try to do, Junction City is right on top of them, and they have not been able to shake them so far.
4:15 to go in the half. Over in the corner is Espinoza, Riley. Now Kister. Knabe. Espinoza will fire from the corner of the free throw line. Nothing but that.
Junction City shooting the ball very well, too, so far.
Frankowiak, Wallace. Cross-court pass to Brown. Brown will start a drive, work against Knabe. He'll back down, spin to the hoop. Nice-looking move, just can't get it to go. Quickly up the floor, Burnett. Ball's tipped around.
Challengers can't get a rebound either.
Dave. And a steal in the backcourt. Riley there. Misses the shot. And on the third attempt, they get that one to go. 3:10 left to go in the half. Hall starts a drive. And they'll call Kister for the reach. That'll be his first personal foul. Fourth team foul for the Tigers. 6 against the Challengers. Hall will take the inbound in backcourt. Hall drives. Looking for the kick out. Finds Farmer. Farmer backs in. Fadeaway jumper. 2. Derek Farmer off the Challenger bench.
First bench points of the game for Cascade Christian.
Tiger lead is now 12.
Again, they've been very stymied so far by that defense of Junction City, which has been very stellar.
The Tigers have outscored the Challengers 17-5 in this quarter. Burnett backs him down, jumper short, and battle underneath.
And the Challengers can't get a rebound. They just can't do it.
A foul will be called. And that will go against Derek Farmer. Shooting 2 at the free throw line is Caleb Burnett. First free throw attempt, that one a little bit long. Gunnar Rothenberger back in the ball game.
Burnett has 12 of their 30 points.
He's delivered as advertised. Can't get the free throw to go, though. Brown, rebound out of backcourt. And I don't know how you don't call a backcourt foul there.
Well, there's not many fouls being called, in case you haven't noticed, especially against Junction City.
And they're actually going to call that jump ball there, and fortunately for the Challengers, if you're a Challengers fan, that they get it on the alternating possession. Hall against Kister. Drives hard to the hole. He lays it up and in. Drew Hall with 8 in the ball game. Tiger lead now 10 as Riley brings it up the right side of the floor, up top. And Ringo ends it around the horn. Burnett up top to Espinosa. Around the horn it goes. Burnett gets a screen. He'll drive. His shot rolls off. There with the weak side rebound and a foul on the backcourt. Called against the Tigers.
And you can tell who they want to take most of their shots. Burnett has taken 10 shots in this game so far, and he's 5 for 10.
Well, there's one thing for sure. He gets in close. You can't stop him.
He's very athletic and knows what to do with the ball around the rim.
He has delivered as advertised. Well, whistle stopping play. Looked like we got something away from the ball here, called against Espinosa. That'll be his second foul of the ball game. 6 for Junction City. They'll inbound. Over for Hall. Hall drives inside. Fadeaway jumper. Jumper short. Whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line. And that'll go against Kister. That'll be his second personal foul. Both teams now in the penalty. First free throw attempt, long off the back iron, no good.
Both teams kind of struggling at the free throw line so far.
Challengers right now at 2 out of 5 for 40%. Second attempt, that one goes. Challengers have the lead down to single digits where it hasn't been in a while on the strength of this electric quarter. And now here goes Drew Hall to the hole. He lays it up and in. Drew Hall on the steal.
Drew's got 11 now.
Going the other way, Knabe guarded by Farmer. Cross-court pass, Riley. Cooper Rothenberger. He starts a drive against Anderson. Almost loses the ball, gets it back. Anderson right up in his grill. And we have a 5-second violation. Well, we've talked about basketball being a game of runs, and we're kind of seeing a run starting to go the Challengers' way.
Yeah, they're starting to figure out a little bit of how to attack this defense, which has been very, very good so far by the Tigers.
Hall with the basketball, drives against Cooper. Ball tipped away. And it'll be a Challenger turnover.
Another turnover by Hall. He's struggling with the basketball a little bit.
Wallace will check into the ball game. Colson Brown will take a seat on the Challenger bench. Colson just about 1 week back into action after being sidelined with a knee injury for the better part of a month.
And a smart play here by the Challengers. Get Drew Hall out on the defensive end of the court here with 40 seconds to go in the half. Don't let him pick up that third foul.
Knabe with the basketball, going against Farmer. Espinosa. And now we have Cooper Rothenberger. The gunner, Rothenberger. Frankowiak guarding him. Tries to penetrate. And Frankowiak denies the entry. Knabe dumps it down inside. Espinosa all alone. 2.
And he's fouled.
foul called against Tristan Wallace. That'll be his first personal of the ball game. That'll send Espinosa from the free throw line. And he converts the three-point play. The Tiger lead is back to 10. 3 seconds. Hall with it. And the shot. They wave it off. That will end the first half of play. And after a big second quarter by the Tigers, they lead in the ball game by 10. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we return, we'll bring you the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show right here on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
What do you do when you don't know the first step in applying for Social Security disability? It's easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with Crispy Crunchy Chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel, so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore and Billy Hanning. And this, I think, is frankly, that's the kind of the battle that Coach Morris has been looking for in terms of physicality. We know that there are going to be teams in the Oregon 3A who will be state tournament teams that may play with this type of physicality, and you've got to be ready and prepared for it. And tonight, the challengers, minus a key ingredient to their team, 7-foot center Austin Maurer, trying to work by without him. First quarter, it was a good back-and-forth battle. Challengers able to get some offense early from Peyton Maurer. And then it seemed like as the first quarter went on, we went into the second quarter, the Tigers really cinched it down defensively, created a number of challenger turnovers that resulted in Tiger baskets. Challengers began to battle back after being down at one point by 14 points, and now they find themselves trailing in the ball game by 10.
Yeah, and really, I think that defense is what has done the trick and the offensive rebounding for Junction City. You look at the turnovers for the Challengers, 10 turnovers in the first half. It's been a while since they've had 10 turnovers and a half, and just 2 for Junction City. So a really nice job by Junction City of putting the pressure on the Challengers, and the Challengers turning the basketball over. And that, along with all of the offensive rebounds that Junction City got in that first half, they shot 24 shots to just 17 for Cascade Christian. Both teams shooting pretty good, though. Challengers 9 for 17, that's 53%. Junction City 13 for 24, though. You look at that difference in shots, and that's 7 different shots. But even though they're both shooting the same percentage, 4 more makes now for Junction City, and that's really the difference in the ball game so far. Just the amount of extra opportunities that Junction City has created via the turnover and also rebounds, offensive rebounds, and that's really been the Challengers' undoing so far. And we wondered about that. We talked about that at the top of the show, whether or not the Challengers could take care of the boards. And so far, Junction City has definitely had the advantage on the backboards, certainly on the offensive glass. Scoring in the basketball game first for Junction City. Burnett, you mentioned it. He's all that in a bag of chips. He's got 12 points in the first half. Gunnar Rothenberger has 1. Kister with 3. Nabe has 8. And Espinoza has 7 off the bench. And so far for Junction City, pretty much everybody that's been in the game's on the scoreboard. For the Challengers so far, Cannon Anderson has 3. Drew Hall has 11. Derek Farmer with a bucket, and Peyton Maurer has 7, and that's all the scoring for the Challengers. We mentioned it. They've only been able to take 17 shots in that first half and had those 10 turnovers. So they've definitely got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball on the glass in the second half if they're going to get back in this one.
All right, your halftime score. The Challengers trail in this one, 33-23. Both of these teams carrying long winning streaks coming into this ball game. Challengers winners of 14 in a row, and the Tigers winners of 12 in a row. And the Tigers looking like all of that. Certainly a very physical basketball team, and the Challengers, no doubt, as they work on a game plan for the second half, will look and try to find a way to combat that. We'll take a timeout right now. When we return, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half. Halftime report brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. For leagues and information about a variety of different opportunities for you and the family, call 541-774-2400. We'll be right back.
The days grow long, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
This is Jake. He's a serious cyclist training for his next race. Each morning, Jake takes his bike on the bus to work. By not owning a car, Jake is saving nearly $1,000 a month in gas, car payments, insurance, and repair. The money he saves allows him to participate in the Race for a Cure for breast cancer. With every ride he takes, he's 1 mile closer to crossing the finish line on behalf of his mom. Way to go, Jake.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Moments away from the start of the second half. Jim McCoy here along with Mark McLemore and Billy Hanning. And teams warming up about a minute before that. And I'm always interested to watch, Mark, the Challengers as they come out of the halftime locker room to see the adjustments they make, whether it be in terms of strategy or personnel, to see what they do to combat that. You've mentioned, I mean, we've talked about a lot about active hands as far as the challengers defensively. Boy, we've seen that from Junction City and then some this evening.
Well, we certainly have, and I think what you're going to have to see a little more from the challengers is they're going to have to make some outside shots in this game. I feel like Junction City is going to clog the paint. That's what they've been doing, and you know, as guys get into the paint, they've been losing the ball because of those active hands you mentioned. And if you're the challengers, you need to get into the paint and then kick the ball out, because you're going to have open shooters on the perimeter. I'm sure that's some of the things that the coaches talked about at halftime. And then also just cleaning up the glass.
Yeah.
The challengers have not been good securing the defensive rebounds after shots that Junction City has taken. And it seems like most of the possessions that they've had more than one shot at the basket before the challengers finally get the rebound. And that's got to get better here in the second half.
Buzzer sounds. The teams will get set to take the floor. Nabe is number 24, and he's been the go-to guy along with number 3, Burnett. They're out there along with Gunnar Rothenberger. Also, we have Jackson Kister, number 14, and number 10, Cooper Rothenberger against the challengers. Hall, Peyton Maurer, Wallace, Anderson, and Frankowiak. Cooper with the ball. Nabe being guarded by Hall. Burnett against Maurer. They'll continue to work that right side of the floor. Burnett going to pull up and shoot, and he knocks it down.
And you have got to stay in front of him and keep a hand in his face, and Peyton's trying his best, but Burnett doing a good job of just making pretty much everything he's shooting.
The largest lead for the Tigers was 14. It was 12, but now, there we go. You talked about an outside jumper, and we get one from Frankowiak.
Yeah, I think that's what the challenger's going to have to do.
Meanwhile, driving to the hoop is Gunner, and then we have the ball knocked out of bounds. The Tigers will keep possession. You can see both teams really battling underneath that backboard. Gunner to the hoop, shot a little too hard. Frankowiak with the rebound, outlets for Hall. Hall spins, works his way through traffic. He lays it up and in. 35-28, minute plus into the third quarter. Gunner with the basketball, turns around, shoots, can't get it to fall. Chasing it down is Anderson. Good hustle there by the challengers. Hall going to pull up and shoot. Nothing but net. Challengers draw within 5.
What Burnett's doing on one end, Hall's doing on the other. And a timeout, Junction City.
Timeout called on the floor as the challengers try to right the ship here in the third quarter. It's 35-30. Tigers will be right back after these messages.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time.
Back to action. Tigers with the 5-point lead and the rock. Nabe to Burnett. And call underneath the basket.
Burnett on the illegal screen.
And that'll be just his first personal foul. And that is the first foul period called here, as we're almost 2 minutes into the third quarter of play. They are letting the players play tonight. And Kister will be whistled for the foul.
And that's his third, so that's going to be important as he's one of their better defenders. We'll see what happens going down the stretch. I would try to attack him at this point.
Hall against Gunnar Rothenberger. His shot way short. Looks like he kind of forced that one.
Yep.
Nabe to Gunnar. Maurer against him. He splits the difference and he gets it to go. Tigers back up by 7. Going the other way. Hall along the baseline. Ball tapped out of bounds.
Colson Brown back in for Cascade Christian. Maurer sits.
Farmer also into the ball game. Anderson. Frankowiak guarded by Kister. Frankowiak! Nothing but net.
Jaron starting to heat up a little bit. After not having any points in the first half, he's got 5 here in the third quarter.
He's averaging 12 on the year, but more than that of late with the absence of Austin Maurer. And that foul call against Cooper Rothenberger.
That's his third, too. Tigers starting to get in a little bit of foul trouble. See if the Challengers can keep the pressure on.
You know, and that's where you attack. Hall. And then Frankowiak managed just to run it down. Over the corner, Brown shoots. His shot just a little bit long. Ball's loose on the floor. Anderson fighting for it. And then Brown gets it. He'll dish off for Hall. Hall against Gunnar Rothenberger. And rightfully so, an offensive foul against the Challengers. You can see the little push off there.
That's Hall's third.
Peyton Maurer getting ready to check in. Up top it goes. Burnett against Farmer. Contested in traffic. Now Peyton Maurer will come into the ball game. You know what this is reminding me of, Mark? Some of those games we'd see about 5 or 6 years ago in Brookings Harbor.
Yes, absolutely.
Very, very physical basketball there. Gunnar, he got an open look and he took advantage. Peyton Maurer quickly up the floor for the Challengers. Now to Brown. Brown's going to drive, spins, kicks it in the corner. Anderson, his shot just a little bit long.
And those are the ones you're going to have to make, I think, the way that they're clogging up the key. Got to make those open look threes.
Kister to Burnett. Cooper Rothenberger tries to feed it inside. And then Burnett, he gets that close. It's all over but the shouting. Meanwhile, Colson Brown, ball tipped out of bounds. And it'll be Tiger ball. Frankowiak comes out of the Challenger lineup. Hall back into the ball game along with Farmer, Anderson, Brown, and Peyton Maurer.
Challengers make a little cut in the lead, but the Junction City Tigers bring it right back to 9.
They weather the storm and then reassert themselves. That shot, nothing but air.
And another offensive rebound for the Tigers.
Nabe kicks it back out. Swings it. Right elbow for Gunnar. Nabe, lightning, quick pass thrown inside.
To Burnett again. And boy, I would love to see a little help down inside from the big fella against these guys.
Drew Hall. We got a timeout called on the floor. We will take one as well. Tigers lead by 9. We'll be right back.
This is Maya. As an embedded systems engineering student at Rogue Community College, Maya spends a lot of time in the lab, learning circuit design and making great connections with her instructors and classmates. By riding the bus and not owning a car, Maya saves almost $1,000 a month. RVTD helps Maya get to and from class safely and easily, enabling her to invest in her bright future at Oregon Tech. Way to go, Maya!
Tigers with the 9-point lead and the ball. 2:49 left to go in the third.
Challengers back in the 1-3-1. Don't know how much I like that. Tigers tore it apart the last time.
Kister, way up high. Picked up by Maurer. Rare turnover for the Tigers.
Just their fourth in this game. They have done a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Drew Hall against Gunner. He's going to drive. Dish off for Maurer. It's good! And that, I believe, is his third triple of the ball game.
It is. He's got 10 points.
Kister try to feed along the baseline. There to step in front of it. Defensive hustle by Derek Farmer. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by him. It'll remain Tiger basketball. Nabe pulls up, shoots. Shot off, but an offensive rebound by Gunner. That shot's no good. And Hall gets the rebound. I got to be thinking, Mark, he's got to be closing in on a double-double. Drew Hall, his shot just a little bit short. The idea was there, the finish not.
He's got to kick that out. There's 3 guys on him. He's got to be able to kick it out.
Well, you got 3 guys on you. It means somebody's got to be open, right?
Exactly.
Kister inside the free throw line. Shooting and making the shot is Cooper Rothenberger. Nine-point ball game. Ball out of bounds off of Cascade Christian. Checking it out of the ball game is Farmer. We have Wallace in the ball game. Frankowiak is back. 1:13 left to go in the third.
Challenger still in the 1-3-1.
Gunner feeds it inside. And you see they've got the plan against the 1-3-1. And Burnett.
Well, they're just too good of a passing team. They don't turn the ball over. You know, the 1-3-1 is designed to force turnovers, and they're just not turning it over. They're taking advantage of it.
Frankowiak fires a bullet in the direction of Wallace.
And another Challenger turnover.
(48-37). We've got 42.7 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. Just when you think the Challengers are making a run, Junction City has an answer. And I think you and I both can see why Coach Rothenberger has 701 wins in his career.
Yeah, his teams take care of the basketball. They rebound.
Burnett, his shot rolls off. Hall with the weak side rebound. And they fight for every ball. You saw Hall there with the rebound. And there he had Cooper Rothenberger fighting him for it. Now a foul called right by the Challenger bench. Foul called against Gunner Rothenberger. Hall drives to the hoop with the left-hand shot just a little bit too hard. Brown gets the tap back. Maurer shoots. And the shot off to the left, and that will end the third quarter of play. Junction City maintaining their lead. It's a 48-37 ball game. We'll take a 1 minute timeout and be back with the fourth quarter of play here on TableRockSports.net.
What do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale priced. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Heading into the fourth quarter of play, and Mark, we were just talking about it. You know, the Challengers battling there in the third quarter, but actually the Tigers managed to lengthen their lead just a bit.
By a point, 10-point lead at the end of the...
In a game like this, that 1 point looks awfully big. Hall, shake and bake, and Hall has been a bright spot for the Challengers tonight, save for the foul trouble and a couple of turnovers. But he's been a rebound-eating machine, and he has shouldered the Challengers' scoring load. Kister is for Cooper Rothenberger. Maurer there. The Tigers keeping it out high. Meanwhile, Kister going to drive to the hole.
And get fouled.
Foul against the Challengers. And that will go against Cannon Anderson. That will be his second foul of the ball game. And again, we're talking about it, letting the players play. The Tigers have 14 fouls in the half. The Challengers just 2. First free throw attempt is good. 10-point ball game. 7:06 to go. Second attempt, that one's good. Junction City back up by 11. Hall with the basketball. Kicks it out. Anderson will shoot. His shot just a little bit short. Offensive rebound by, well, Peyton Maurer had it for a moment.
But no call as he gets undercut. I don't understand that one. There's been a few of them like that.
Burnett with it. Kicks it out for Cooper. Down inside.
I don't
that's
know why.
Like shooting fish in a barrel.
I do not know why the Challengers are staying in this defense. I don't understand it at all.
Hall with the basketball. He'll pull up and shoot from the free throw line. Shot just a little bit short. Ball tipped around. Burnett is there.
And Hall is forcing things. He needs to not do that.
Ball last touched by Hall and the Challengers. Peyton Maurer going to come out. Colson Brown going to come into the lineup. Caleb Burnett out high against Brown. And again for Nabe. Nabe shakes the defender. He can't get it to go. Ball's loose on the floor. They'll kick it out, swing it around. Cooper with it. And his shot is good. Frankowiak up for Hall. Hall. Wallace. Starts a drive, bounce pass to Brown. Nice feed, nice make.
And just like that, the challenge with a little more ball movement, a little more people movement is going to be a lot more successful against that defense.
54-41. The Challengers trail by 13. Kister with the basketball. Now for Gunnar Rothenberger.
Why are they in this defense? I do not understand. I really don't. It's just getting killed.
The Tigers with their largest lead of the ball game at 15. Hall pulls up, shoots, and it's good.
And the Challengers need to get some stops right now. They have not been getting stops.
Time not on their side at 4:54 to go in the ball game. Gunner kicks it out. Cooper gonna shoot. Shot rims off. Anderson with the rebound. Quickly up the floor to Frankowiak. He can't get the shot to go. He heard the footsteps. Quickly up the floor. Burnett. And he scores. (58-43). Hall going to pull up and shoot from three. The shot in and out, no good. Brown trying to fight for the rebound. And the three-pointer good. 61-43. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll have more basketball action coming your way on TableRockSports.net.
Any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At US Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
4:05 left to go. Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore and Billy Hanning here at Junction City. The Tigers, one of the top 4A teams in Oregon, looking strong against the Challengers, a top 5 team from the 3A. Brown offers a screen for Hall. Hall trapped. Gets it for Frankowiak. Farmer to Brown. Kisses it off the window, 4-2. Going the other way. Nabe with the basketball. Guarded by Brown for Cooper Rothenberger. Kister swings it around. Nabe finds Gunner, and he lays it up and in. Quickly up the floor, Farmer with the basketball, kicks it out. Hall going to shoot from long range. And we have Nabe on the floor, a foul called against Cascade Christian. That'll be called against Derek Farmer. Peyton Maurer going to come out of the ball game. Cannon Anderson in. Challengers with backcourt pressure. Hall against Nabe. Gets past the timeline at midcourt. Has trouble with it. Anderson has it. He collects it. Now for Hall. Hall pushed away from the ball, but Anderson's there. Anderson lights to the hole. And he makes it home. Quickly going the other way. Foul called against Cascade Christian as Gunnar Rothenberger makes his move. He'll go to the free throw line. Anderson whistled for the personal, his third. First free throw attempt. He sinks that one to make it a 17-point ball game. Eli Bryant checking in. Tristan Wallace also coming into the ball game as Anderson and Brown come out. Second attempt, that one's good. Hall, inside the free throw line, goes hard to the hole. Have a foul called against Junction City. And that will send Drew Hall to the free throw line. Frankowiak will come out as Anderson returns to the challenger lineup. First free throw by Hall is good. Challengers draw within 16. Junction City having succeeded in scoring a season high against the Challengers. Second attempt. In and out. Gunner up the floor to Burnett. Cooper dishes off for Kister. And a steal by Hall. Hall with the basketball. Goes hard to the hole. And we have a whistle and a foul called against Junction City. And there's a timeout called. We will go ahead and take one as well. We'll be back after these messages.
What do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale priced. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation?
Drew Hall at the free throw line. Makes the first. 2:06 left to go in the ball game. Second attempt on its way. Nothing but net. 65-50. 2:04 to go. Farmer against Burnett. Kister with a drive. Cooper Rothenberger against Anderson. Gunner against Eli Bryant off the foot of Kister. Hall. Farmer. Hall's going to pull up and shoot from 15. His shot bounces around and off. Trying to tap it back is Brown. Well, that was Bryant. Nobody there. Bryant will come out of the ball game. Brown will come in. $1:27 left to go. The Tigers in pursuit of their 13th victory in a row.
And in command at this point in the game.
No question about that. Checking in is Levi Walker for Junction City. Foul called against Drew Hall. I believe that'll be his fourth, and it is.
Not sure why he fouled there. Really?
No. Seems a bit counterintuitive at this point. Kister. Foul on the backcourt by the Challengers. Both teams with 16 fouls now. Frankowiak tries to break it up. And Anderson has it for the Challengers. He's going to make a move to the hoop. His shot, a little bit short, no good. Walker with the rebound. Hall tries to steal it back. And it'll be Tiger ball. Burnett getting a hand on it as Hall. But Burnett gets it back. Quickly up the floor. Walker. Kister. That's unbelievable.
No. They called a T for him on Kister because he was out of bounds. He on his own went out of bounds, and it's an automatic. It's a technical. You cannot run out of bounds on your own. If you get pushed out of bounds, it's legal. But if you run out of bounds, then it's a technical. Not only did he run out of bounds, but he touched the ball when he was out of bounds. So the ball turned over to the challengers, and then they gave him the technical.
Got it. Don't see that every day.
No, that's a very unusual call.
Because I'm looking at Anderson, and I'm thinking, what did he do?
No,
he didn't do anything.
It was not a technical on Cascade. It was a technical again because he ran out of bounds on his own, which you can't do.
All right. Not that you see a guy run out of bounds every day.
No,
unless he has a lot of help.
A lot of kids don't know that. They don't know that it is a technical if you run out of bounds on your own. You're not allowed to do that.
With the basketball, Hall. Frankowiak. Back to Hall. He backs in, spins. And then he gets it for Anderson. His shot is short.
And Drew Hall just fouled out.
So that'll end the night for Drew Hall. And that'll bring Tristan Wallace into the ball game. And going the other way, it'll be Gunnar Rothenberger. Free throw attempt, nothing but net. Gunnar puts his team up by 14. And the second attempt is good. Anderson quickly going the other way for the challengers. His shot just a little bit hard off the glass. Burnett with the rebound. And a reach and grab by Frankowiak in the backcourt. And that'll be his second personal foul. Briley Richardson looks like he's going to get some playing time here at the end of the game. In and out. Rebound by Wallace. Up the floor it goes. Farmer. Frankowiak from downtown. That shot a little bit short. Ball's tipped around. Anderson is there. Out of the corner. And a timeout called by the challengers with 24.4 seconds to go in the ball game. That'll give us an opportunity to recognize our sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
You an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
24 seconds left to go in the ball game. Riley Richardson, number one for the challengers, into the ball game. Anderson inbounds. Richardson fires a three. The shot a little bit long. There with the weak side rebound is Burnett. Burnett out of backcourt. Nabe. The Gunnar Rothenberger. He's going to go ahead and let time run out. And with that, The Junction City Tigers win their 13th in a row, and they defeat the Challengers by a score of 67-52 for Cascade Christian. That will end their 14-game winning streak. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with the Conger Morris postgame show here on TableRockSports.net.
You an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
This is Maya. As an embedded systems engineering student at Rogue Community College, Maya spends a lot of time in the lab, learning circuit design and making great connections with her instructors and classmates. By riding the bus and not owning a car, Maya saves almost $1,000 a month. RBTD helps Maya get to and from class safely and easily, enabling her to invest in her bright future at Oregon Tech. Way to go, Maya!
Okay, one more minute.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Here at Junction City, a battle of one of the Oregon 4A's top teams against one of the Oregon 3A's top teams. Junction City, number 3 in the 4A, defeating the Challengers by a 67-52 margin. I want to remind you that coming up tomorrow night, the Challengers in action at home against Rogue River will be bringing that game your way. Also the girls game as well for you Challenger fans down the way. And then the Challengers, a couple of road contests at the end of this week as they take on Brookings Harbor on Friday night at their place, and then make a visit to Merlin to take on North Valley on Saturday. Well, one of the things that we were told in the scouting report is watch for Caleb Burnett. That Burnett, very aggressive to the hoop when he gets on the inside. And I'm sure that as we take a look at the post-game stats from Mark, that we will see that he had a tremendous evening, even though early in the ball game he was relatively quiet. But that, of course, the good teams, they always have that other guy that they can turn to step up. And Court Nabe, early in the ball game, was hot from long range and got it started. The Challengers facing, I think, easily the most physical team that they have taken on all season long. And then with that physicality, the Tigers with a capacity for creating turnovers and the Challengers turning the ball over more than we're accustomed to seeing. And you can't make excuses for you. Work with the people that you have. You can't help but wonder what this game would have been like with Austin Maurer in the middle protecting the rim, particularly against Burnett. But that wasn't the case tonight, and it's on the schedule, so you go out and play it with who you have. And the Challengers, hard-fought effort. They drew within 7 points at one point in the third quarter, but Junction City just too much. You could see that those things that the Challengers were giving away defensively, the Tigers would take.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they stayed in, my personal opinion, they stayed in the 1-3-1 a little bit too long in that third quarter and got a little bit hurt in that defense, did the Challengers. But really it comes down to, the battle of the physicality. I thought the game was very physical, and really Junction City sort of controlled the tempo of the game by their physicality. And I think that's definitely, as you mentioned, the most physical team the Challengers have seen this year. And they were, in some ways, weren't ready for that physicality, I think. Obviously, you have your 7-footer in the middle. That helps a lot on both ends as far as rebounds go, and also as far as protecting the rim. Burnett does not get the kind of points down inside the paint that he got in this game if Austin Maurer is playing. But like you said, it is what it is based on the people you have available. And Challengers without Maurer tonight have to try and do what they can without him. And they still shot okay for the night. You look at the statistics, 20 for 43, 47% for Cascade Christian. Not a terrible shooting night. 8 for 12 from the free throw line, that's 67%. For Junction City, 26 for 47, that's 55%. Now, that's very unusual for anyone to shoot over 50% against Cascade Christian. But we mentioned at Burnett, a lot of shots down inside the paint area. As a matter of fact, he was 10 for 18 tonight. And most of those were in the paint area. So he did a good job on that regard. And Nabe was very effective too. I had him as a 6 for 9 tonight. He had 13 points on 6 for 9 shooting, so a nice job by him as well. They shot 11 for 18 from the free throw line. That's 61%. The big stat for me, Junction City with just 6 turnovers in the entire game. So doing a really good job of taking care of the basketball throughout the game. The Challengers in the game with 14 after having 10 in the first half. Much better job in the second half of taking care of the basketball, but still 14 turnovers is a lot for the Challengers. Scoring, first of all, for Junction City, Burnett leading the way. You mentioned it. He had 22 tonight. Gunnar Rothenberger, 13 points, most of those in the second half for him as he was held in check for most of the first half. Cooper Rothenberger had 5. Kister had 5. Nabe had 13, and most of those came in the first half. And Espinoza off the bench was 7 for Junction City. For the Challengers, Frankowiak, he's been averaging around 12 to 14 points the last couple of games. He just gets 5 in this one. Cannon Anderson had 5 as well. Drew Hall, 26 in this game. 20 from the floor and 6 made free throws for him. Great night for Hall. Other than the turnovers, he did struggle turning the ball over a bit, and I think he dribbled himself into some traffic in a couple of different instances and got the ball taken from him. Maurer had 10, and Derek Farmer 2 off the bench, and Colson Brown 4 for the Challengers, and really just not enough. Not enough on the defensive end. You let a team shoot 55%. You let them get second chance opportunities in the paint. They're going to beat you, even when you shoot, 47%, which isn't terrible. So that's really what happened to the Challengers. They turned the ball over too much. They didn't take care of the backboards. And when those two things happen and happen consistently, you're going to get beat. And that's what happened tonight to the Challengers.
Well, there's no question about that. But in the bigger picture, the grand scheme of things, I think you schedule these games knowing, even when we had Austin Maurer, that there might be a possibility that this team would just, maybe be too tough. But you realize you take that chance of scheduling that, but in the long run that the Challengers learned a lot from this game tonight and learned some things that will serve them well down the stretch, especially at playoff time.
I think there's no doubt about that. Some of the things that we could talk about is the ball got pretty stagnant offensively. Wasn't a lot of passing and cutting in that offense they were running. Drew Hall having to do a lot of the work himself, and he did a yeoman's job tonight scoring the 26, but he's got to get other guys. Other guys have to get involved. Other guys have to take advantage of their opportunities. The ball's got to move, pass, cut more than we saw in the game. The Challengers will learn from that. Also the backboards. The Challengers have got to figure this thing out without Austin in the lineup, how to clean the glass and take care of the backboards. And then, the physicality of this game is more like what they're going to see when they go and play in the state tournament. So those kinds of things will definitely help going forward. They'll know what kind of level of basketball they need to get to because this is much like what they're going to see in the state tournament.
Absolutely. Well, our postgame show is brought to you by Conger Morris. Hometown help when you need it. The final score on tonight's ball game, the Tigers 67, the Challengers 52 again. Tune in tomorrow night when we bring you Challenger girls and Challenger boys basketball. The girls play Rogue River at 5:30, and the boys will tip off at 7 o'clock. For Billy Henning and Mark McLemore, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for watching tonight, and we look forward to being with you again soon.